Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Jamie Samuel reporting, and welcome to episode 10 of my Euro 2020 podcast, bringing you the latest updates on Euro 2020. Over the last day, we have seen England defeat the Czech Republic 1-0 at Wembley to finish top of Group D. England took the lead in the 11th minute through Raheem Sterling's header to give them a lightning start, and that was all they needed to hold on for this victory. England will face the team who comes second in Group F in the round of 16, while Croatia's 3-1 victory over Scotland at Hampden Park earned them second place in Group D and a place in the knockout stages. Croatia struck first in the 17th minute through Bruno Petkovic. Scotland then hit back in the 42nd minute through a wonder strike from Callum McGregor, who scored his first international goal. Just after the hour mark, Croatia regained the lead through Luka Modric's stunning curler off the outside of the boot, before Ivan Perisic headed home a corner kick to all but seal the win and Croatia's progression. Due to this result and the Czechs' defeat to England, it means the Czechs fall to third and must rely on being one of the best four third-place teams in order to qualify for the knockout stages. Croatia will meet the second-place team in Group E in the round of 16, which will be determined overnight, while Scotland will be heading out at the group stage at a major tournament yet again. In other news, some exciting upcoming matches include: Germany will host Hungary at the football arena in Munich. Hungary surprised everyone when they pulled out a thrilling 1-1 draw against world champions France, but Germany reminded the world and the rest of the competition what they can do after they responded after their opening matchday defeat to France to then tear apart reigning champions Portugal 4-2 in matchday 2. They currently sit second and are in prime position to qualify, and Joachim Löw, German coach, spoke ahead of the Hungary clash. "We had great pace and managed to move the ball around well against Portugal," he said. "The next match will be more difficult if Hungary defend with 8 or 9 players and try to hit on the counter. They have shown how dangerous they can be. I hope that we can still play with pace, although space will be tight, and that at the same time we find a happy medium between the two, so to speak. We might need to be patient." Whilst Hungary are not totally eliminated yet, only a win against the top-class nation of Germany will be good enough for them to progress. However, Hungarian coach Marco Rossi is confident his team will bring their maximum effort. He spoke ahead of the Germany challenge. "Since we're here at the fun fair, we also want to play. We want to perform well, but we must keep our feet on the ground," he said. "We're hoping to bring our A game with us to Munich." My prediction, however, with Germany's momentum now flowing and a home crowd behind them, Germany will get the job done comfortably 3-0. We will also turn our attention to a rematch of last tournament's final between Portugal and France at the Puskás Arena in Budapest. France currently sit top, and if they get the win, they will top Group F. But Portugal do not want to lose this one, as then the reigning champions of 2016 will find it tough to qualify from third as long as Hungary do not beat Germany to take their place in third. Playing tournament favourite in France, knowing they needed a win or at the very least a draw, is not what Portugal wanted heading into the final game, with elimination quite a possibility. Their coach Fernando Santos spoke before the game. "We played well on Sunday. It was incredibly hot," he said. "It's 35 degrees here and the players need to recover. We analysed the Germany game and come to the conclusion that we weren't playing the Portuguese brand of football. Something is wrong if a team has conceded 3 goals in a game only once in 58 games and concedes 4 for the first time. You need to attack and defend well. France are very strong through the match and they defend a lot. Against Germany, we saw Anton Griezmann spent practically the entire second half playing at right back and initiating the counter-attacks, which he did well. Didier Deschamps had a clear message for his French side after they let down in their game against Germany with their performance. Win against Portugal and we will top this group, he said. Here's what he had to say before the final game against Portugal. The match is like a final, but I think we have to treat it like two matches we've already played, he said. We know we have to get a result to progress. A win would be best. We know it's going to be a tough game, but I think we are ready. We'll have to prepare well and see tactically how we can make it difficult as possible for them. The stadium will be full again, and I'm happy to just be able to play with that atmosphere. My prediction, with both sides needing a draw, it will be a neck-to-neck contest. I think we will see a 2-2 draw. Spain will take on Slovakia in Seville, still winless and needing a win over Slovakia in order to progress with certainty to the last 16. You would not believe that 3 points from third would be good enough for them to progress as one of the 4 best placed third teams. Spain will look to the leadership of Azpilicueta, Morata, Busquets and Thiago. But Spain will need a confidence boost after their 2 draws. If they gain the lead, they cannot afford to lose it, or it could be very nervous times for them. Here's what coach Luis Enrique had to say ahead of the Slovakia clash. Slovakia may get very hard to score against, and a draw would also take them through, he said. They are very difficult to break down through the central channel because they crowd that area with lots of players. This match is going to be trickier than most people expect. We've had nothing but complications in our first 2 games, and we are really going to be facing very similar complications again, but we're ready. Slovakia know that if they can cause a draw or a famous upset, it could be good enough to get them through. But Stefan Tarkovic was confident his side have prepared well for this game are in with a chance. He spoke ahead of the Spain clash. Sweden and Poland were the favourites in our matches against them, but Spain are favourites and not only in our group, but in the whole tournament, he said. We must prepare well for this match. I still believe we can be successful. However, it is expected that Spain will find their best form when the timing is right. I feel they will be good enough to get the win and progress at least second place from Group E. My prediction, Spain to get the job done 2-0. Sweden will take on Poland in St. Petersburg. Sweden have been the informed side of Group E, drawing with Spain, holding them out through solid defence before breaking through for a win over Slovakia with Emil Forsberg's decisive penalty to win 1-0. This result puts Sweden in prime position to qualify as group winners, and a win over last place Poland will be good enough to see the Swedish win the group. They will look to Forsberg's leadership up front again and hope they can keep Robert Lewandowski at bay. My prediction, Sweden to get this win 2-0 and comfortably qualify as group winners and send Poland packing their bags in 2021. And that concludes episode 10 of my Euro 2020 podcast. We are looking forward to seeing final group matches over the next day and find out who will be progressing to the knockout stage and who will be booking their flights home. Remember, if you are keen to be a guest on this podcast, you can reach me on my email in the video description or via the LinkedIn profile in the description. I look forward to bringing you more action in the next 24 hours and previewing the knockout stages and concluding the group stage matches. Thanks for tuning in again, and we look forward to some exciting football.